sorely missed on the team, son. But at least you have your radio career to fall back on.
Next, Miss Westcott.
You wanted to see me?
Indeed, indeed. Come in.
Well, is the limo tomato juice hour still on the air?
Yes, it is. But you're not.
And why not?
Because you're no longer a ball player, which the public at large will know the moment you don't show up at camp. I hired you because you're a ball player. You're no longer a ball player. Ergo, you're no longer hired. Miss Westcott.
And what about Ginger?
Every position is under review.
You can't fire her. She needs this job.
Mr. Metcalf, when one chooses a profession of show business, one chooses a life of uncertainty, instability, and irregular employment. There's no such thing as job security in our business. Send in the next one. What's this?
Rhubarb pie.
Rhubarb is my favorite pie.
Is it? Why, what a coincidence. I'll just leave it and find out who's next in line.
Oh, well, thank you.
This business is a stupid business, but Ginger loves it. She gives it 100% effort all the time, every day. And if you don't appreciate that, you're stupider than this business is. I hope you choke on your pie.
I would never dream of using anything but a limo tomato product because
only limo is made with the freshest tomato money can buy. This mean?
Daddy, you cannot do better than a limo. That's a L-E-M-O.
How'd it go?
Always make sure that you
I
buy
got fired.
limo.
I hope I didn't lose your job.
Well, you didn't. It's the television. Well, anyways, you always said acting was a silly way to make a living.
It's a great way to make a living.
You always said hitting a little ball with a stick was a silly way to make a living. Maybe we're better off.
What are you gonna do?
Don't worry about me, sweetheart. It's a big world out there. There's millions of towns with millions of bars. Need millions of bartenders to pour millions of drinks. Listen to millions of sad stories. And a career in spades. What are you gonna do?
Whatever it takes.
Come in.
You asked to see me?
Oh, have a seat, Miss Sable. But first, let me say how grateful Mr. Lemo is for everything you've done for his tomato juice.
I quit.
You what?
I resign, effective immediately. For my role as the Lemo Tomato Juice Girl, I'm finished with radio. I will, as a professional courtesy, appear again only once on the Lemo Tomato Juice Hour to introduce the new spokesman for Mr. Lemo's tomato products, which I assume is going to be one of those phony Italian cooks I saw rehearsing out in the lobby.
That was my idea. Gennario Lemo. He cook like a you mama.
Here's a fine idea. A great idea it would be if so many housewives who are supposed to buy Lemo products didn't remember who was on the other side during the last war.
Miss Westcott, tell those Gennario Lemos that Gennario is now Chef Lemo, the French chef extraordinaire. Yeah, well, I'm doubly grateful to you, Miss Zabo. First, for not having to fire, for the graceful exit you've made, and also for the little sample of quick thinking. What are you doing?
Taste this.
More food?
Please.
Mashed potatoes.
Real mashed potatoes.
Cold mashed potatoes.
Well, you can't tell they're cold on television, especially if you go, ow. And now, Fletcher's Instant Potatoes, only on television they'll look like real potatoes. Fletcher's Instant Potatoes, the potatoes every housewife wants ready when her man brings home the bacon, because with Fletcher's, you only add water and love. Now, on radio, you can tell a housewife something like that, but on television, you can show her, which is what I'll do for you on the Fine Foods Family Hour.
I don't have any such show on my schedule.
I know, and I want to give your station the benefit of my idea and my face. I've been on a lot of tomato juice cans, and people stop me in the street all the time. They recognize me, and they think of me as a friend. And here's just one of the many uses of instant potatoes. You slice a Winkler brand Frankfurter lengthwise, fill it with Fletcher's Instant Potatoes. And remember, gals, only add water and love. Put some Buckeye brand cheddar cheese on the top and a slice of bacon. Kentucky hickory smoked bacon, pop it under the broiler, and good. Think of the sponsors you'll have lining up if you go beyond Lemo. I'll bet we could get a stove manufacturer to pay for the stove we use.
I'm beginning to warm to your idea, Mrs. Zabo, but wouldn't it make more sense if someone like Chef Lemo hosted a show featuring fine food products? Of course, we'd have to change his name.
Well, it would make more sense if it weren't for the fact that the Fine Foods Family Hour will feature much more than just cooking. We'll provide tips for getting stains out and ideas for decorating over the holidays, cooking or cleaning or anything else. No true blue American housewife likes to be talked down to by a snobby Frenchman, especially if he acts like he knows everything. And then we pour in the wine. Your audience wants to feel comfortable with the people up on the screen, and the hostess should have a lot in common with them. And I could use a helper, like Jeff.
You're right. A married lady should host the Fine Foods Family Hour. Like whom?
Jeff Metcalf. A married lady?
Oh, yes. Housewives do the grocery shopping, and they see single women as the competition. But a married lady, now, that's a horse of a different color.
Well, it just so happens I'm getting married.
Oh, congratulations. How soon?
Well, how soon do you,
Well, we're testing our broadcast signal tonight, and we start our regular programming in 3 weeks.
Not soon. That's soon.
Managers with weak knees or sawdust for brains second-guess themselves and change lineups so often the fans never know where to find their favorite players.
Hey, Mr. Barziza, great stuff today.
Hey, keep the boys in the front office on their toes.
You bet I will, fellas.
That's your third. Who's the martini drinker?
Some lady in the back. I don't ask questions. I just deliver. And let me have 3 drafts.
Keep those boys in the front office on their toes.
Can you get off by 6 tomorrow for the Barons game?
Oh, I don't see why not.
Honey, you're looking at Mr. Barziza himself, in the flesh.
Is that so? And what is it you do again, Mr. Barziza?
He's a sports writer we was talking about earlier.
Don't expect the dame to remember anything but where to shop. Am I right, Mr. Barziza?
Right you are, gentlemen.
We're gonna buy the scribe a drink, doll. Would you get it? Dames think ERA means everybody runs around.
I was thinking, you know Bill Veck's Nylon Nights? He had to give away the nylons in the parking lot, so it's only people who know something about the game get into the stadium.
Hey, right up that idea, Mr. Barziza.
I'll give it some thought.
See? Told you.
You're a straight arrow, Barziza.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Darn, I just remembered I promised to visit my aunt in the hospital tomorrow.
Can't you get off the day after tomorrow?
It's touch and go with Aunt Bernice. I feel pretty darn low going back on my word to a dying woman. Not to mention, I can show my face at her funeral when the time comes. I guarantee I'll make it to the next Barons game.
Guess I'll have to exercise the old fingertips myself. Night, gents. Thanks for the beer.
Good night, Mr. Barziza.
Knock 'em dead, Barziza.
You get it.
I have to get off early tomorrow by 6. An emergency just came up.
Make sure you got somebody to cover for you.
You bet. Hello, can I get you?
Is it okay if we eat at the bar?
Sure.
Oh, great. Then I'd like a hamburger, medium well with tomato, lettuce, and grilled onions. And she'd like a meatloaf sandwich, and we each like a